Good morning and welcome to this lockdown special Circadian FX market mumble. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about what happens when something happens. Okay, so something could well be a global pandemic, for example. So we've had this major impact on the markets while the pandemic has been running. So what you can see behind me is, which one's this? This is the pound against the euro. So you can see before the pandemic hits, boom, and then the recovery afterwards. And why is that? Well, what happens is you have three currencies really I can think of which count as safe haven currencies. So when something dramatic happens, traders dive into those safe haven currencies, and that's what you see going on here. They're going out of the pound and into the euro, the safe haven currency. In this case is the euro, it could be the dollar, it could be the Swiss franc. Here's another example. This is the Aussie dollar against the Swiss franc, and you can see the pandemic happens here. Boom, the market sells off because people are piling out of Aussie dollars into Swiss francs. And why are they doing that? Well, I mentioned safe haven. And what a safe haven is when the market perceives that there is an extra amount of risk. So they take risk off. So that means that they go out of what are perceived as riskier currencies like the Aussie dollar, the pound, other more emerging market currencies, Asian currencies particularly. So they sell off those currencies and go into the safer ones, the safe haven ones of the big economies like the US, the euro or the Swiss franc. And what happens also is you see that traders always get too carried away. They get overexcited. Let's go back to the pound again. You can see the pound traded down pretty close to 105 against the euro. Now that's nuts, obviously. So you can see it's bounced back up now to a more sensible-ish level of 115. We're not back up around the 120s where we were before the pandemic hit because the market hasn't quite recovered. It's still a bit nervous. It's still a bit worried. But I think we'll see that. And it's very interesting to see how the markets overreact. And if you were a trader, then you'd be diving in here just at that point. And that's why the markets are quite fun. Still, there's a lot more to talk about. Keep in touch. And if there's anything that we can do to help here at Circadian, we certainly will. Thanks for listening.